Okay. All right. Hey, Jess. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited for this episode because you guys are going to be laughing as hard as we're going to be laughing. And we're actually videotaping this so you can see us.
Yes, and so we can start getting videos and stuff up on our YouTube, do some like TikTok clips, things like that.
So this is going to be very raw and unfiltered. So if you're like, what the hell is happening? Just roll with it and keep listening because it's going to be funny.
Yeah, hopefully we've gotten over our and so and likes because that was really hard in the beginning.
It's very hard. We do like to say those words a lot. Okay, I'm going to ask some questions and
We're
then...
going to start with this, or do you want to talk about the robot first?
Oh my gosh. No, that's one of my questions in here.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to ask each other questions today.
We're just going to get right to it, I guess, right? We're going to get right to it?
Yes, we're going to ask questions and you're going to get our raw, unfiltered answer. The funny thing is Jess has no clue what my questions are and I have no clue what hers are. So we'll see.
I'm excited, nervous.
And I have a couple of jokes in there to keep you going. So I'll start with a joke. See if it makes you laugh, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I'm scared.
Okay, first joke. Why is there not a pregnant Barbie doll?
Why is there not a pregnant Barbie doll?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because Ken came in a different box.
Oh, Lord. Come on, now I'm never going to look at Barbies the same way.
Okay, one more. You ready? This one's really bad. Why are orphans not good at poker?
I don't know. Why aren't they good at poker?
Because they've never had a full house.
You're going to hell for that one. Where did you find them?
TikTok. Under dad jokes. So these are dad jokes. Oh yeah, and by the way, we are totally drinking, so it's going to get even more interesting. Okay.
Lord help me.
Well, Jess, what is your choice of drink so everybody knows?
I prefer and love beer. Today I have a pumpkin. I love pumpkin beer, but only in the fall.
That's like my red wine. I only like red wine in the winter and fall, and then I love my white wine in the summer months. But I'm actually drinking white wine today because I have a ton of it still, so I gotta get through that before I start buying red.
Here you there.
Okay, are you ready for my questions?
No, but let's do it.
Okay, I'll do an easy one.
Okay.
You've had plastic surgery like me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want any more plastic surgery anywhere else? And if so, what?
Yeah, of course. If I could get more plastic surgery or were brave enough, could afford it right now, whatever, I would definitely get my nose done. I would probably get a tummy tuck, more so just because of like my...
you need like a mini tuck is what you need. You don't need a full tuck.
I want like my, what are those called?
Stretch marks?
Yeah, it's like my stretch
So a
marks,
mini
maybe.
tuck. Just a mini tuck. Because
Something like
girl,
that.
you skinny. You have nothing.
Well, besides
I've seen your body.
Well, thank you, but yeah, I don't know.
Which
Besides that.
leads me to my other question.
I mean, I would love like a nice like BBL, but I mean,
What do we all?
Have you seen how that surgery is
Oh my
done?
gosh, no.
Because it's one of the most dangerous surgeries.
Well, you have to lay on
have.
your stomach too forever for recovery.
Yeah, it's no.
I
I've
don't have
watched
time for
too
that.
much videos and like, okay, with your boobs, as you get older and gravity, you know, like whatever, what's gonna happen with these big old asses as they get older?
They're just gonna fall.
Like, is grandma gonna be in the nursing home, like with her walker, like skin and bones, but a big juicy booty? That's all I can think about.
Oh my gosh. I
You know what I
that's true.
mean?
I
Like,
do. It all eventually
you're gonna-
goes south. It really does, no matter how much you try, I guess. So that leads me to two of my other questions. Okay. Do you think saggy balls would hit your asshole on your penis? I just think of old men and saggy balls. Oh, there goes my dog barking.
Why? It's okay.
Wyatt, lay down. Yep, my dog's around, so you're gonna hear him. But I just think of old men with saggy balls if they're screwing a girl or a woman or an old lady, whoever they're doing, is their balls gonna hit? Because it would hit you in the asshole. It wouldn't hit you anywhere else.
I mean, don't balls hit you now, even if they're not saggy? Like,
Well, not really. Not that far down.
yeah, true. I don't know. There is some sort of contact, but I can't even think about that. Like, I talk to Seth about that sometimes. Like, how is this gonna work when we're all like wrinkly and gross? And like, he's like the same way, you know, whatever he says. And I'm like, no, we could just cuddle. We can have our matching recliners and we can just chill and cuddle. I'm not thinking about sex when I'm 80.
That's the net. Okay, and then my other question question is, you know, if you've ever been in a public gym and stuff like that, and like everyone's getting undressed around each other. I mean, you know, you don't want to look, but you look. You can't help it. It's
You
like
can't
looking
not
at a car
look.
accident when you drive by. You're like, I shouldn't be looking, but you look.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen saggy pussy? Like a vagina hanging? Have you ever seen?
Not in person.
Oh.
Okay, this is gonna get real like personal here, but so somebody I know was talking about roast beef, like vagina.
Is that like the curtain
where it like hangs
Yeah.
out, like it's
Yes.
not all like nice and tucked up
Yep.
later. So I had to Google it because like I didn't know, like I knew vaginas look different, but not that different because I don't know. I have a this is a nice.
I think vaginas look just as different.
No
as
offense
dicks.
if yours looks different.
No, I think vaginas
That show
look
that you
different.
had me watch, didn't she literally say that after having a baby, it was more like out, so she had surgery to reconstruct it?
Yep.
It
happens.
I've never seen it in person.
Oh, I have. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I look at my vagina now to see if my vagina hangs. Luckily, it is not hanging. It's still tucked up. We're still good to go, even after children.
Yeah. Oh, no, thankfully I've never had to witness that in person. Actually, I don't even think I've ever been in a dressing room and seen another woman naked. The only like lap room I've ever been in was just like if my kids were swimming. Like it was never with.
Yeah.
I've never been like a gym
Oh,
person.
I
I
have.
probably should be, but no.
Okay. What is your most embarrassing?
So hold on.
Okay.
You've seen that in person.
I have.
Because I want to be, I would love to do waxing.
Oh,
Like,
I get waxed all the time. I love it.
I know.
No, I don't love it. It's like worse than childbirth, but I love the results. That's what I mean. Love hate.
I asked Seth the other day because I was getting like hair color and stuff. I'm like, if I just buy wax, will you just wax me? And he's like, absolutely not. I'm like, why? I don't want to have to pull the wax off myself, but like I really want to, you wax. And I know how to wax. You learn that in school, whatever.
Lay down.
But I can't
Hold
imagine.
Lay down. You need to lay down. White, go lay down, honey. My dog is trying to be in our podcast and our video.
I can lay down.
Lay down. Come on. Lay down. He's the biggest baby there is, meaning he's a sweetheart, but he has to be involved.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
I like would love to do waxing just like for something to do, but all I can think about is like having to wax nasty ass vaginas. Like,
I mean, girl, I'll be honest. If you started waxing, I don't even know if I'd have you wax mine because I don't know if I'd want my girlfriend to see my vagina. I literally go to a stranger and
I feel like
just
after
waxes.
childbirth, like the vagina is just like any other part of your body to me. Like I feel like after giving birth, like you're so
It is
just
true.
like, out there.
After you have kids, I feel like the modesty goes out the window. So like even when I breastfed, my tit was out. I didn't
Although
care.
you're the first person that has ever actually seen my boobs, except for like my husband. Like I have always been very like, I don't know.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I have second child. When I breastfed, if you saw it, you saw it. Sorry.
I don't know what would be worse, okay? Going to wax like a nasty vagina or having to wax a man's hairy asshole.
Okay, so the lady who does my waxing, she waxes men and all of that. And I think the same question. I'm like, God, how do you get up in there? Like, do you,
No.
think of the saggy balls. Do you have to lift those up to get up to cheeks?
Nope. Count me out. Count me out.
Okay.
We're totally sexless here. No men allowed.
Next question. What is the most embarrassing sexual mishap that you have had? You tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
You go first, because I've answered
Okay.
like 4 questions, and I want to see how far this is going.
Okay. So when Adam and I were dating, we were obviously having sex, and he went to roll me over, and I wasn't expecting it, and I backhanded him right in the eye. And full on like nose bleeding, everything had to stop. Well, that was like 2 days prior to going to meet his parents.
Oh my God.
Went to his parents, met his parents, and this is his mom. Honey, you really shouldn't be getting in fights. Like, did you fight somebody? Because his eye was black and blue. His dad, no comment. It's like he knew, like, I know my son's not a fighter.
Something had to have happened.
Something had to have happened. Is your new girlfriend beating you up? I mean, yeah,
Kind
no,
of.
totally. Exactly. Totally gave him a black eye.
See, this is why I let you go first, because I thought you were going to talk about like queefs or
Oh, no,
getting
that's
stuck in
another-
the wrong hole.
That's another question
Like,
I have.
girl.
I got more questions, girl. It gets deeper and deeper.
I need to drink a little bit faster. I'm trying to think. As far as like,
you've never had a sexual mishap? Come on.
No, the only like mishap I really have ever had would be like almost getting caught.
Okay,
but,
so
like,
that's one of my questions. So you've never actually been caught?
No, nothing's, I mean, close, but thankfully.
Have you ever had a very awkward, like, what is like an embarrassing place you had sex type story? Because I have one too.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so what is that one?
I mean, I lived with my in-laws, okay? So, like, just having sex there in general was, and just, like, all of the times in the car. Like, I feel like there were so many close calls being, like, at a rest stop or parked in a parking lot. Like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm going to put, like, a disclaimer. Dad, do not listen to this
Mom,
episode. And if you
not
do,
for you.
Right?
In-laws, this episode's not for you.
Yeah, no, we've definitely, like a camper, two things. One, definitely, like we were at Brackets. It's like this big, like, you know, car racing weekend. And we were sharing a camper with everybody. And we were on one side and they were on the other. And they, like, we were, like, doing thing. And they, like, came back. And we, like, stopped and, like, waited a little bit. And then continued, just, like, hoping they were sleeping. Not realizing how much, like, a camper moves. Same thing with, like, the campground, middle of the day, doing your thing. And yeah, I'm like, holy cow, just you moving that, the camper swayed like so much. And I was like, oh my god, everybody out here totally knew what we were doing. Or like the tent shaking.
Yeah, it is like, it's kind of one of those moments, like, if this is gonna work, because you couldn't move. So I mean, it has happened. We've all have stories like this.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, next question. Have you ever farted during sex? Did you stop or keep going?
It wasn't loud. So, like, neither of us actually acknowledged it. Like, it just, like, squeaked out, I feel like.
Was it a queef or a fart?
No, it was definitely, like, a fart this time. And I just remember afterwards him being like, you know, you totally farted during sex. I'm like, okay, you smelled that too? Because I was really hoping you didn't. Yeah, I know, like, once in 7 years is not bad. But, like, totally embarrassing to me.
I don't know if I farted, but I for sure.
I don't fart in front of my husband. Like, I
really?
don't.
Oh, I fart all the time in front of my husband.
You were talking with Mackenzie about, like, almost shitting yourself, right? I don't even think my kids have heard me fart that often at all.
What?
Like, I'm just not.
Oh my god, you need to, like, traumatize your child with a fart, because what are you gonna do? Like, you're teaching them when to grow up and be like, be afraid to fart.
I'm like preaching to them.
It's better out than in.
You can go to the bathroom. Yes, better out than in. You can go to the bathroom anywhere you need to. Like, niche halls, whatever. I preach all of this to them, right? But, like, I'm totally poop shy. I'm fart shy. I think the only times I've ever farted in front of my husband was when I was in labor, because I was completely numb, but my midwife let me eat.
Well, you always shit a little bit when you give birth. Some women do, some don't. No, I actually didn't poop when I gave birth.
I have no idea.
So,
because Seth, you know, he fucks with me, so he's like, yeah, you did. Well, I mean, I wouldn't tell you if you did or you didn't, but, you know, who knows? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I'm like, but yeah, during labor, you know, you couldn't feel it happening, you just heard it. And I was like, I'm so sorry, like, I can't hide these because, and then apparently I farted in my sleep because I know during the day. So that's very embarrassing, and now the whole world knows that, but that's what we're here for.
Okay, what is the wildest place you've had sex?
The wildest place I've ever had.
Wildest place you've ever had sex. Anyone. Can be back from when you dated, all that. Anyone.
Oh my gosh, I have to, like, think about this. I don't think there is anywhere super, super crazy that I can think of. When we were in Vegas, we definitely did it at, like, the pool bathroom that was, like, not a multiple people bathroom. It was just a one-person bathroom.
Yeah.
Definitely did it there. That was kind of crazy because it was midday and you hear people, and I was like, what am I doing?
My husband and I like to play golf, and one time we were playing golf. There was, like, 4 people waiting to hit off on a hole. I don't know which hole. And there was a bathroom nearby. So I told my husband, I was like, let's go back to the bathroom.
Let's go sneak away.
We did. So we went to the bathroom, had sex, got back in the car, and went and played some more golf.
Yeah.
So I would probably say that's the wildest. Because I wasn't very, like, free-spirited when I dated back then. I think I was way more shy when I dated. Because you know how, like, you're more conscious. But now that I've been married, I'm like, all cards are off the table. Whatever you want to do, let's do it.
Yeah.
Besides mouth hugs.
The only other thing I can think of is just, like, in the car. Like, oh my god.
You know, after this, I have parent-teacher conference my husband's gonna be like, what is wrong with you? And I'm gonna be like, I drank some wine and recorded us.
You know, parent-teacher conferences can be very stressful.
Oh, I know. But my daughter's doing really good, so I feel like this one's actually going to be super positive.
I can't say the same there. I'm really nervous for our parent-teacher conferences. Neither of my daughters are doing so hot in school right now, and we have to also discuss their 504 plans.
Ooh,
So,
yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, and I probably will be at both of them by myself, which makes it even worse.
Yeah, so. No, I'm making sure my husband's there, especially after I've been drinking. Okay, next question. I'm going to tell you another joke, okay? Are you ready?
Yes. You prepared for this very quickly. I'm giving you props here.
What is another name for coming inside a woman?
Like a cream pie? Shut up. Is that it?
No, loading the dishwasher. Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Going to hell.
I heard this dad joke, but I don't actually get that. So technically I'm a brunette, but I'm like the biggest blonde when it comes to knowing shit. I don't understand this joke. So if you understand it, please explain it to me.
Well,
I really don't.
You take a load, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're the dishwasher
because
you do the dishes.
Okay.
And he's giving you a load. He's giving the dishwasher a load. He's loading the dishwasher.
Oh, it took me a minute. I heard this and everybody was like pissing their pants laughing, and I was like, I don't actually get it.
Yeah, that's definitely what it. Yeah, that's funny.
So that was a good joke.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell all of these to sad. Okay, we already. Do you think? Okay, because you and I are both brunettes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're like a red brunette. I'm a brunette.
I'm a natural brunette.
Okay, so this is my question. Do you really think blondes have more fun than brunettes? But no one talks about the redheads. Okay, they say blondes have more fun than brunettes, but I think redheads are dirtier, aka you.
Like freaks or
crazy? Yes. I mean, look at you still saying you have sex two or three times a week, and you've been married for over 7 years.
Yeah, I can't even say what I was about to say.
Say it. This is unfiltered. Say it.
No.
Grab my mic. I gotta pour more wine.
Blondes definitely have more fun, I think, because they're.
I've been a blonde.
Like, I feel like if you're blonde, you're more like carefree and just like fun. I don't know, But I always joke that I think reds have more fun than blondes because there's less of them.
That's true. I'm going to be a dark brunette with a hint of red tomorrow when I get my hair done. So we'll find out.
Like a copper red or like a
cherry
red? Cherry red.
Yeah, I want a hint of red with brown, and then I need to get my hair longer, so I'm considering extensions.
I just saw a TikTok yesterday of a girl that put in just like snap-in extensions, and her hair looked phenomenal at the end.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it because my hair is getting longer, but I want it longer. I want something for my husband to grab. Just kidding.
And I'm like the complete opposite. Like, I've had my hair short before, and I have naturally really curly hair, so having short hair really doesn't work convenience wise. But I loved like having short hair and when it was styled and like cute, and I don't know.
No, I'm ready for long hair. Okay, biggest party foul you've ever committed?
Party foul?
Yeah.
Probably like doing a multiple person beer bong and like choking because I've got like a hole in my chin, and then like just eating beer on the floor. That would be like a party
I tried to think about mine. I don't know if I really have a party foul, but I will say party foul, like wedding foul. On my wedding night, my husband and I did a cake stand because we wanted to do a bride and groom cake stand.
Yeah.
And his groomsmen, who held me up with my big poofy dress, the first time they put me up, they dropped me and I face planted into the ground. But I was already drunk and already got I'm fine and got back up and did it again. So that was probably my only party foul I can think of, because I don't know. I mean, my 21st birthday, I danced on a bar, and favorite song, Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yeah, on your 21st birthday, did you take 21 plus shots?
Oh, I took so many that I passed out inside a dumpster.
Oh, okay.
No, true story. So
my ex-husband wanted to leave me that night, and it wasn't even my fault. My friend was leaving with some random guys, and I was trying to give them my phone number so that they could return her to me in the morning, right? Because I was clearly gone, but conscious enough that, hey, my friend's leaving with some
You're a very responsible friend. And she tried to fight a bitch in Nashville because this old lady was
threw a beer bottle at me.
Yeah, and Jess dove across that table like nobody's business. We were like, what the F? I guess this is unfiltered, so I can say, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I probably shouldn't have done that, but...
Oh, it's okay. I just remember her husband grabbing her and was like, nope, not today.
It's like, I heard you say you were going to beat the brakes off of her, and that's my line, first off. And second off, you are not beating the brakes off of anyone today. Like, oh, dear God. I wasn't even, like, drunk. Like, I wasn't even drinking that much at that time.
I can't wait to go back to Nashville.
She threw a beer bottle at us.
Like, oh, I know. For no reason. No reason. Okay, back to 21st. No, I was dancing on a bar top to Pour Sugar on Me because that's one of my favorite songs, still to this day. And I tried to drop it like it's hot. And as soon as I squatted on the bar, my pants ripped from back to front. And what's the one thing about me that you know about me? What do I not wear?
Underwear.
Exactly. I was not wearing underwear and everything came out. And the bartender was like, honey, you need to get Dawn off the bar. We can see it all. And I'm like, it's my 21st birthday. I don't give a shit. I'm young. My hoo-ha's still living its happy days.
Oh my God.
Then I went outside, puked, and okay, it wasn't like a dumpster, but it was like a trash bin. I don't know. I was puking and I saw a cardboard box and I laid down on it and I totally passed out.
Well, on my 21st birthday, my ex-husband thought that I was giving these dudes my number. So from that point on, he wanted to leave me at the bar. And then the entire way home was telling his sister to drop me off on the side of the road.
Again, this is why he's her ex-husband.
That's all I remember. It was a mess. But we were doing what are the shots called with the whipped cream on it?
Blowjobs.
Yeah, I probably had at least 15 of those. And mind you, I was 110 pounds. Definitely shouldn't have been drinking that much alcohol to begin with. But then leaving my 21st birthday with my husband,
ex-husband.
Well,
we're just gonna call him your ex-husband. When you were leaving with your ex-husband,
yes,
she got real. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely didn't end in a good mood.
I've seen Jess too, because we do our mom's trip every year, and this last trip we went to Scottsdale and we had so much fun. Oh my gosh. We actually had more fun though. I feel like we had more fun when that lady, Uber golf cart lady that was driving us around Scottsdale. Yeah. Because we were just blasting music and dancing with the wind blowing in our hair.
Yeah, that was I don't know, fun, exciting.
I can't wait till our next girl trip.
Everything was fun and exciting that night until our one friend got out of the bar and I was like,
oh,
wait,
poor
what?
Yes. I almost just said her name, but I'm not going to say it. But she listens to our podcast and she's going to know exactly what we're talking about.
And I was like, she's fine. Her feet just hurt. What size shoe? I'm like, oh, we're the same size. Cool. Here, take my shoes. I'll wear your shoes. Not sure I'm going to walk in these. I'll figure it out. We switched shoes and yeah. I
will say, I'm not going to say her name because she may not want me to say her name, but I will say she is British and her banter, I love it. So that night, just listening to her and trying to handle the situation was fucking hilarious. I'm just standing there laughing and I'm like, all right, we're out. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, it was really late and we had been drinking all day that day. So she made it.
I know.
She made it
I give her props. I give her props. She's got twins. That girl deserves to let her hair lay down.
Definitely.
Okay. Next question. What is a dark fantasy you have? Do you have a dark fantasy?
No, I don't think so. Do you have a dark fantasy?
Okay, so I can't say, but, watching 50 Shades of Grey, or, have you seen the movie? Okay, if you have not seen it, you should watch it, but just know you're going to be horny as shit after you watch it. It's called, 360 on Netflix.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, yeah. It's this, European guy kidnaps this woman that he, fantasizes about. Oh, my God, the wine's kicking in. It's about this European guy. He has visions of this woman. Sees her, finds her, kidnaps her. And he doesn't kidnap her to hurt her. It's to have her fall in love with him. And it literally shows him getting head from a flight attendant and shows it all. And then shows him getting head while she's handcuffed to a bed. Then
from the girl he kidnapped?
No. From this
I'm
other chick,
okay.
but watching the girl who's getting kidnapped is watching. But then she starts fantasizing about him because he's fucking hot. He's this Italian dude. And then she finally was like, all right, I'm going to give in to you. And then they just fuck all day on this yacht.
So this is on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Highly advised to all you listeners.
Have you seen the show, what is it called? It's a TV show on Netflix.
Oh my gosh. The
Is it
one about,
Sex Life?
oh yes. I
so
love
good.
that. Okay, let's be honest. sex life. So good because it's so relatable. And I say that because it is about a woman who is married and her marriage is kind of boring. And I'm going to
say it's very vanilla.
Yeah. Okay. It's very vanilla. So she starts fantasizing about an ex because that was like back in the time when she had super hot sex. Talked about this, especially after our second episode. I had moms reach out to me, and you can relate. Like, after you get married, it's just something that happens that you just it's not that sex is bad. It's not that sex is boring. It's just fucking kids get in the way. Life gets in the way. You're tired. Like, I'm fucking beat at the end of the night.
It just feels like one more thing you have to do on your to-do list. And
Agreed.
I feel like you have to find a mindset or a reason to be excited for it. Like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to put my marriage before my kids. I kind of have that skewed, right? Like, you're supposed to focus on your marriage and then your kids and whatever. So it's hard to focus on my marriage, but the more you focus on your marriage, then your kids end up being happier because, your kids need to see a good relationship too.
Agreed. Sorry. My phone is blowing up with my husband. So
in my ADD ass is like totally squirrel braining because I'm trying to see what you're doing instead of paying attention to what I'm saying.
I'm listening. I totally heard you. Totally heard you. Multitasking. That's what we're best known for as moms.
But anyways, keep it spicy in the bedroom. Give yourself something to look forward to.
So that's why me and my husband take trips so much. Or we just take a long weekend together.
What was I going to say about that? Oh, I think like being open-minded too, like trying new things. And then like I'm down for anything except for sharing. Like, I don't know, like props to you.
Do anal?
Like props to you if you can swing.
She does not want to answer
share
this.
partners and stuff because,
Isn't it?
I mean,
God, girl, hell to the no. No, it hurts trying to squeeze a shit out. I am not squeezing a penis in there. You should see Jess. She's so
I'm like, is it because of the fire or am I just like heating up? No one's gonna like me because they're gonna be like, that girl needs to be canceled. She cannot be telling her husbands these things.
No, just say it. Hey, he probably goes downtown and just puts a little hot toot on it.
Anyways, next topic.
Okay, I'm almost out of questions. You better start thinking of your questions here. I only got, I think, one question left.
Oh my God.
Have you ever made a sex video? And if you have not, would you? I'm going to take yes because she's not responding.
Go ahead, you can go first.
I have not, actually. I've never made one. But we also don't have, the sexual desire when he's out of town. Well, at least as far as I know, he better not be having fucking sexual desires when he's out of town. But I don't know. No, we don't. We have sexted, I guess, but not. Okay, that's just fucking weird for me. Like, we're married, so if we're gonna talk about sex, just fucking FaceTime
sure that my mother-in-law, my dad, anybody who knows me doesn't listen to this episode. I don't know. We owned a what is it called?
Trucking company.
We owned a trucking company, so he was on the road all the time.
I get it. My husband drives a lot.
We would definitely
girl, you just
FaceTime.
Fiend for sex. I feel like because I just don't fiend for it. Again,
that or my husband is just a total hornball, and I go with
it. No. But a question. So you've made a sex video?
Yeah, I always joke with him because he probably has an OF for me with all of his footage. And
so was it with his phone? So did he make it with his phone?
How many? There's a few of them.
Oh, there's a few videos. So did he make a video? Any of videos? Is it with his phone? So did he zoom in?
Do you know how hard it is to get angles correctly when making a video like that?
You're laying there and he's just going to town. He can hold the phone up at the angle. I'm just wondering because my husband and I have not made a sex video, but I will definitely add it to our list for the next vacation because I'm not making it in our house. That movie Sex Tape where the kids are all at a sleepover and she's like, we're going to do every sex move in this book. I feel like when we decide to make a sex tape, that is what it's going to be like. All right, if we're doing this, we're going to fucking do it right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just depends on what position you're in and what angle you're trying to get and then how long the video is going to be. because like at least for me, like yeah, it's gonna feel good, but like I can't like actually focus on what I'm doing because I know I'm being recorded.
Oh God,
So, like,
my husband knows he's gonna have to get me drunk.
Yeah.
He also knows
absolutely.
when I've been drinking or I'm drunk. That's
Mhm.
when I'm the freakiest in
And
the
like
bedroom.
I don't care to rewatch it. Like that's for me.
Oh no, I'll watch it. I'll totally watch it.
No, because I don't want to like. I'll watch it, but like I don't want to like nitpick things. Like that's not a good angle. Yeah.
No, I'll watch it. I never want to watch me giving birth, but I would watch that just so I know what I look like on camera.
Have you ever seen it where you're like you lay your phone down and then you go over it to see like what they see when they look up when you're on top?
No, have you?
No, I don't want to. I'll be
Yes,
mortified.
you have.
No, I don't. I honestly think I'd be mortified, and I would never like come out of this position while on top ever again. Like I would never lean forward. Like, it would just.
I know, but I probably
Bring it
should. Probably should. Okay, that is all my questions, Jess. So you better pop up with your questions.
I don't even. I feel like every question I had, you basically one way or another answered it because we just talked about everything. Gosh, I like my questions were boring. My questions are like, what is your funniest experience? What's your most embarrassing? Where's the funniest place you've ever gone to the bathroom? Like those are my questions.
You want to hear my story? Okay, well, I was gonna save this for giving birth and being pregnant episode, but I guess I can tell you the craziest place I've ever had to get to the bathroom, and I'm talking number 2, is I was 8 months pregnant, and me and my husband went to Stagecoach. You know what that is?
It's like a country, like a multi-day concert
in California. So we showed up, and our daughter was with us. We had gotten McDonald's, and we were eating in the car. Now, when I was pregnant, I could not hold my bowel movements. When I had to pee, if I had to go, or it was going in my pants.
Mm-hmm.
So we showed up, we parked. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. So I walked to the porta potties. They were locked. So then I saw these police officers. Oh, I got a burp.
And you're like full blown pregnant.
I was full blown pregnant. I walked to these police officers and I said, hey, is there a restroom around here? I see the porta potties are locked. They're like, yes, we don't unlock those until after. So I was like, okay, well, I really have to go. And they're like, well, there's a restroom at the other entrance. And I was like, that's over a mile away. Do you see I'm not 8 months pregnant? And they're like, yeah, sorry. Like, there's no restrooms on this side. And I was like, oh my God, I was not going to make it. So I went back to the car and I said, babe, there's no restrooms. The only closest restroom is like a mile away and I cannot walk that far. I'm going to shit my pants. And he's like, me and Mackenzie are going to go for a walk. Figure it out. They went for a walk. I totally pooped in the McDonald's bag in the vehicle. And then got out and threw it away in the trash.
I'm so brave. I like have.
I had no choice. I was 8 months pregnant and it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt so bad to hold it.
You're like, I gotta go.
Like it was better. It was better in the McDonald's bag than in my pants.
Yeah.
And my husband there was like, I never want to know what happened. I'm just gonna go for a walk. He obviously kind of knows what happened, but he went for a walk with our daughter. I squatted in the truck and used that McDonald's bag.
What would you have done if McDonald's bag broke?
That's a good question. I don't know. It didn't break. But there was a trash can right out.
That's how my like anxious mind works. Like I'm always like a step ahead of what could happen if I, whatever. That is all I would be able to think about is God, first, how the hell am I going to wipe my ass? And 2,
I had baby wipes because Kenzie was still young. So I had baby wipes. So
you were prepared.
I was prepared. I wiped. I threw it in and I threw that shit away because there's a trash can like 3 feet away. Where I got out of the car, it was right there. I threw it away and I said, my shit's going in this trash can.
Oh my God.
Okay, next question. So not boring.
Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Yes. Very early 20s in New York City.
I've never been to New York.
Oh, I'll take you. I love New York. My husband does not like New York because, he's a country boy. He does not do big cities. But I'll take you to New York. I've taken Mackenzie already twice.
Let me turn this and relate it back to my mom life. We probably should just call this episode instead of whatever we were going to call it, like sex in the motherhood, because I feel like all we end up talking about is sex. But okay, so I obviously didn't know what an orgasm was, right? Like I thought I knew, but I clearly didn't until I did. How do you go about that with like the birds and the bees talk as like you're talking to your children about sex and things like that? Because I cannot believe that I thought I was like living that aspect of my life to the full potential and wasn't. Like all I can think about is what if I went my entire life not actually having an orgasm?
Okay, so we kind of obviously parent different. I'm going to be 100% honest with my daughter. it's 2024. Like, there's no beating around the corner. There's no like, you water the plant and the plant grows. Like, it's not that. And also like, I call body parts by their names you have to, because that's what predators call them. And I want my daughter to understand, if someone is calling your vagina a vagina or a pussy or anything like that, that someone you don't know, they're a fucking predator. Walk away.
In court, if your child, God forbid, is ever molested, they need to be clear on what body parts were touched or violated, whatever. And two, a child predator has literally said from jail that they are less likely to
call it like your vajayjay, or
they're less likely to go after a child who knows their body parts.
Correct, because they don't call it like little girl names. They call it what it is.
Yeah.
So my daughter knows. Like, she knows she has a vagina. My son knows he has a penis. Like, 100%, that's what we call it. When I had the conversation with my daughter, I'm just going to be honest with her. I'm going to tell her, like, penis goes into the vagina.
But it's close.
So,
and then how
we'll tell our girls about birds and the bees. I'm going to be very honest. I'm also going to be honest with my son, because I'll be damned if you knock someone up. And if you do knock someone up, you're fucking taking care of that child. Like, you're not walking away. So, I honestly will be honest. I'll be like, this is how it happens.
How do you, because we're raising children in this like day and age that people just like casually have sex. Like, I feel like when I'm on TikTok or just like whatever.
I know, it's very different. Marriage is not really a thing these days.
What is your, like, I don't know, how do you plan on talking to Mackenzie about that? Have you ever thought about it before?
When she's old enough, probably 16 plus, like, obviously she's going to know about birds and the bees before then. But when she's old enough to really understand it, I think I'll take her out, or like when we do our mother-daughter trips, when we do that, I'm going to have a conversation with her and be like, you know, you're 16, you're going to be 18 in a few years, you're going to be going to college, you know, things are not like what they used to be.
Well, we're in the day and age that if we don't have these conversations with our children, and if their friends don't, Google definitely is going to, because like
100%.
I can't even imagine the trouble I would have gotten into if I was
my daughter,
stuff back then.
So like, my daughter doesn't even want to have children. She asked me the other day if she could adopt kids, because she doesn't want to get married, and she doesn't want to kiss a guy or a boy, not a guy, a boy. And I'm laughing again. She's only like 8, almost 9, so it's like the innocent. So I'm like waiting, give it like 5 more years, and she's gonna be like, I have a crush. But I told her, I was like,
I'll trade you. My daughter's had a crush on the same boy since kindergarten.
Exactly. So like, every girl's different, but my daughter right now is not even into boys. And so for me, I'm like, when she asked me, can I adopt a baby? And I was like, you absolutely can adopt a baby. You don't have to be, it's true, it's 2024. You don't have to be married to have babies these days. Like, look at Lala Kent. Do you know who that is? She is from Vanderpump Rules. She just got a sperm donor because she had a baby with her ex, fiance, boyfriend, and now she has to do the custody. She wanted more kids, but she never wanted to share her kids again. So she just got a sperm donor, and she's having kids on her own. And I applaud her for that.
And I'm going to totally squirrel brain this year. I always say that divorce is easy and co-parenting is hard, and that is exactly why. That is the hardest thing to do, is share your children.
Oh, 100%.
And it's not that, sorry, I'm not trying to like talk over you. It's not that every other weekend sharing time. Like, if you are planning on divorcing your spouse, it's missing Christmas. It's sharing their birthdays. It's maybe not being able to, like, I don't know, any like big important event. Like, it's a struggle to be there for them the way you should be, just because of you and your spouse not being able to make it work.
I can see that. I can see that. It's the wine kicking in. So, I'm scrolling because I'm forgetting what we're talking about. Oh my God, we were talking about Mackenzie wanting to adopt. So I told her, yes, she could totally adopt. She does not ever have to be married. You do not need a guy these days, because men are out there apparently donating their sperm for cash left and right. So just do your research. But that is my daughter right now. She could care less. And I just am soaking in her innocence didn't, because I don't even know, remember, I don't know about you, but I know by 14, I was definitely boy crazy. I always wanted to have a boyfriend. I always wanted to have a crush. It's kind of like acceptance too, because obviously how you and I grow up, it's so different. Our kids are growing up different that way. But yeah, my daughter is not thinking about boys. She thinks boys are so gross. I asked her, what is the grossest thing that you think mommy and daddy do? And she's like, kiss. Like, do not kiss in front of me because kissing is disgusting.
Aww, I love her.
I know. She's so sweet.
Yeah, I like this day and age that I'm raising daughters and even a son in, it just scares me. It's like, I want them to know that their body is theirs and that, like, you have power over that. Like, if you're just gonna go out and let every Tom, Dick, and Harry, so to speak, like...
Tom, Dick, and Harry you.
Yeah, like, you're taking that, what that's worth, and just diminishing it at every time you let that happen. Like, it's hard because the Love Island show, right? When some of those girls were saying that they've slept with 100 plus guys,
that's disgusting.
I'm like, okay, well, they clearly have experience.
Okay, but see, let's be honest.
They don't like, but like, I don't ever want.
No. Let's be honest. I think a lot of that is show for camera. They're like 23, 24. A lot of them are making that shit up. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe it, because if you did sleep with 100 men and you're 23, that means you've started when you were fucking super young.
Yeah.
I doubt that. 100% doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want my girls to ever like have that. I have a number count. I don't know. Like, to each their own, but I want to raise girls that know that, like, I don't know, that's theirs. They share it with a limited amount of people, hopefully.
I agree. Okay. Any more questions for me? Because again, amount of questions. This is all you, girl.
What's a funny story you think of?
In regards to what?
Anything. Just like something that you always look back on and you're like, oh my god, that's such a funny, like, makes you laugh every time you think
Let
of
me
it.
think. You have one?
No, not really. I was trying to think about this on the way here. Like, when have I had like an embarrassing moment or a funny moment? And it's so hard to think of those things.
It is.
Literally, the only thing I could think of is when I called 911 on someone driving crazy, and instead of saying I'm calling about an erratic driver or a person driving erratically, I kept saying erotically, like he's an erotic driver. Idiot.
They're probably like, are you drunk, ma'am?
Right, like idiot. That's pretty much all I can think of.
Oh.
Sorry. How many people have you?
Don't ask me about sleeping, because
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was like, girl, I've been married for so many years. I'm probably not even gonna remember.
Shit. I was gonna ask you, how many people do you feel like you loved in your life?
Okay.
Just grazing the surface, because I know.
Fake love, where I thought I was in love, probably 5 or 6. Real love, probably, or 100% 2 people, obviously. Okay. Do you have? Oh God, I'm trying to think right now because I'm a lot of questions. I asked some pretty good questions. Okay, question. Is there anything sexual that you've always wanted to try that you've never actually tried? A place, a thing, position, or an object?
I will say yes for like locations. I always joke that like when our kids are older and whatever, I want to like travel and try to like have sex on different balconies all over like the world, essentially, like hot tub on the balcony, like not exactly like being out in the open.
I would say for me it's a sex swing. Never had sex with a sex swing, so I'd probably want to just try it and see.
Just put a hammock between two chairs. Just put a hammock up between 2 trees while you're camping, and I mean
it's the same thing.
Swings, doesn't it?
So you're saying you've tried it?
Yeah, maybe.
I've never tried it.
Out in the open, like.
Sex swing coming in hot.
That's one of those things that I feel like with my ADD, I like couldn't focus on like the pleasurable aspect of the sex, because I'd be like, ooh, I'm swinging. Like,
I guess if you think about it that way,
I could like focus, but. I don't know. Did you, in sex life, they go to a party, like a keys in the basket party?
Oh, yes.
And there are like people in the background like singing like that. I'm like, is that just fun, or does that really feel good?
I just feel like I'd break my husband's penis. Like, I'm just coming in, and if it's not in the hole and I come in hot, it's going to be like, boom, broken. That's what I think of.
Well, that's one way to experience a wrong hole at the wrong time. No, don't recommend. Don't do it.
Yeah, I feel like it would paralyze me. I'd be like, oh, God, I'm out.
Yeah, that just ends it. Mood over.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Any more questions, Jess? Anything you've been dying to ask me. Okay, real fast. Let's talk about the robots, okay? So, have you heard that Elon Musk has come out with a robot that is going to come into our household? Well, not going to. A regular household can buy a robot between 20 and 30,000, or it's either 20 or 30 or 30 or 40,000. And you can have a robot in your house that will do anything you want, like cook, clean, everything. Have you heard about this?
I didn't, but when you told me about it, I had to look into it. I'm obsessed with like Elon Musk and Tesla and all of that. When we were in Vegas, they have the underground like tunnel road thing. I love like just being up in the know about things like that. Going back to like sex, how do you feel about a robot that's basically a human in your house while you're having sex?
Well, like, there's so many fucked up people. I think people will buy a robot to see if they can have sex with it.
Yes, I absolutely think there's going to be like sex tapes of people having robots one way or
which
another.
is disgusting. Like, it's gonna have to be like a new like law of like, you know what I mean? It's just weird. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah, I think it's weird in general that like people have sex with blow up dolls and things like that.
100%.
That to me is weird. Like, do your thing, but like I don't know. It's just I could never.
But would you actually have a robot? Because I have a love-hate relationship. Meaning, I would mind a robot in my house because my house would always be clean. Dinner would always be cooked, and a dinner that I probably have no idea how to cook. And then, you know, we live on acreage, so our land would be good. But then I have a hate because I feel like robots, like I do have cleaners who come once a month. Robots are going to be the next cleaners. So you're cutting jobs. I just feel like, as my husband says, it's cheaper to employ a robot than it is a human. So it's 100% going to take jobs.
Oh, absolutely. That would be one of my main concerns with the robots, with the humanoid, Optimus, whatever you
want to call it, yeah.
The thing of like them advancing to the point that they're taking over, kind of like movie I, Robot.
It's 100%. Well, did you see his new car that he put out the day that he introduced the robots? Did you see it?
The van or the
not the van, the actual car that he put out. It's the same one from iRobot. Like everything that is being put out is like identical to the movie iRobot right now.
I don't know. I like don't even have words for it because my first question is where is like the ejecto battery-o on this robot, right? Like if the thing starts acting crazy, how do I turn it off like instantly? Like not like an off button. Like where is my contraption to like grab it and the whole thing just like falls to the floor?
Well, I just feel like too, like not to be like political or anything, but I feel like this is a perfect chance for our government to tie into these robots because the shit's gonna get recorded. Like, come on now. Like, they're not stupid.
Yeah, I've thought about that before, and I mean, I have a smart home, so I have Alexa in every room. We have Ring cameras throughout our house. Like, they're already watching us. Like, think about that with your phone, right?
Oh,
like
I mean, Facebook picks, you'll think about something and like tell your spouse about it, and next thing you know, you're scrolling Facebook, and boom, there's like an ad for it.
Yeah, literally yesterday, Seth showed me leggings because this girl's ass was like nice, and then it was like phenomenal. And he's like, "Do you think this is really just the leggings?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I really do because of the like cut." I'm like, "How much are they?" So he clicks on the ad. They're like $68 for this one pair of leggings.
I know which ones you're talking about. You can buy them on Amazon.
I'm like, "Yeah, no, thank you." But then we're literally sitting there eating Oreos, and he keeps scrolling, and he's like, "Oh, look, more leggings. Oh, look, oh, okay." Because so, like every post is...
So I'm not even talking about if you click on an ad. I'm talking about like I've had a physical conversation with my husband about something, and then I'm scrolling Facebook, and I'm like, oh my god, Facebook's giving me ads for this. It's fucking listening. Technology these days is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22 because I don't have anything to hide, so like I don't care really what they know, but like
100%.
I worry about the dark web. Like, okay, we talked about like making sex videos, having like
they can take your
spicy pictures. Like, what the hell is on the black market of me personally that I don't know about?
Correct. Well, my fear is
that's gonna be out there. I want to pay for it.
We put pictures of our kids on social media.
Yeah.
You can take our child's face and put it on anything, and that is more where I'm like, hell to the no.
Yeah, that's why like people will post photos of their children like in the bathtub or whatever, even with like an emoji sticker, like hiding them.
You can
predators can use that really easily.
Yes,
and I definitely don't want people do that. Like, I know people don't want to believe that there are that sick of people out there.
There are,
but there are.
There
And, like,
are,
it's our
100%.
jobs to keep our seat. So.
100%. Oh my
I
God, we're
didn't
getting
even-
deep, and
I
I have
didn't
a
even
buzz going
think
right now,
about
so we've
that.
got to get back
I'm thinking
to
about like my privacy with like what I'm doing in my home. I'm not thinking about my kids. That like adds a whole nother element to
I
this.
just want a robot to clean my house and cook me food, and then can I just take the battery out and let it like
Well,
sit
that's-
there and charge?
Yeah, like I'm gonna feel. I don't know why, but I just like the
Or
way.
play Uber. Come on,
Mhm.
this robot. If it really is that smart, drive my children to all the sports events so I can hang out with my husband or babysit. Free babysitter. If I'm going to buy a robot, you better be able to take care of my children.
I'm the opposite with you with that. I'm like, cook my food, do my laundry, clean my house, walk my dog. You are not watching my kids. Like you could not pay me to let this thing watch my kids.
See?
I don't know what to expect.
I guess it's true.
Like that scares the ever.
I guess it's true. But I did see a video where they showed like a robot fighting back. And that's why I do think like police wise, I could see police stations getting robots because you can shoot at them all day and they ain't gonna die. They might get hit with them in their like wire, but you just wire that back, you're good to go.
When I bought my 2025 SUV, I was driving it home and I was like, how long do you think it is until the highway is like right lane, left lane, fast lane, fast lane? Like you get on the highway and if you have a smart car, you just fast forward to the fast lane and that bitch just like just takes you to where you need to go. Like you enter in like exit 80 and it's just like like how long is it until like our kids don't even have to drive? Like how like
I guess
when
it's
you're
true.
sitting in traffic,
We'll see.
Like
we'll
is that
see.
even gonna be a thing anymore?
It's true.
I don't know. We
have not seen too many movies, but we have seen too many movies. But it's true. Like movies are like reality. I mean, look at perfect example. iRobot, and now look at what Elon Musk has put out.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
I definitely believe that we have the knowledge and the technology to like expedite things, but we don't because as a society as a whole, I don't think that the mass majority of people would handle it if they just like put it all out there.
I agree.
They have to like slowly wean it in to keep like order and I don't know, compliancy, I guess.
I would agree. Okay, so we're about to wrap up. We need to end on a really funny note. So
wait.
Okay.
When he because he said that he'll release these robots to be rented so you don't have to like buy them right away.
Oh, I didn't see rented. I heard it was just buy.
$300 to $500 to rent one.
Okay.
Like try it out.
Okay.
Are you gonna try it out?
I don't know. I'm 50-50. I don't know.
I'm trying.
I'll split the payment with you and we can just try it out together.
Perfect. My thing is I'm gonna get feelings for this robot. Not like in a love romantic
Oh my God,
way,
you do
but
love
like,
all the pets that you adopt.
Like I'm gonna feel bad for him. Like does it come with us like on our family vacations? Like is it a part of the family? Because that's all I can think of is this robot is like AI operated. It is literally wired to get to know you better and to do things better for you, to become more human-like. So at what point am I like, yeah, sorry robot, like you're off for the day? Or do you just like, I don't know.
Well, my question is, we talk about how food is so processed that most of us Americans are fucking fat. So now getting robots that can do all this stuff, isn't it just going to make us more fat and lazy? Because now you have a robot who can do your chores.
I'm the opposite. Like, I think it'll be better because I can let the robot do my dishes and I can go like do what I want to do.
Yeah, but when you don't want to do it, you're going to use your robot. I mean, think about it. You talked about how you don't cook. If you want to save money though, and you have a robot who can cook, you're gonna have the robot
I want
cook.
him to like cook me a nice grilled chicken dinner with like sauteed vegetables.
Exactly,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's healthy.
So then you have
I'm not going to McDonald's.
Exactly. So then you have to send the robot to do your grocery shopping. So that's out because the robot's the only one that knows what the fuck that's cooking.
Yeah,
you just say, I want vegetables, I want this. I want Chinese food. Cook me a good Chinese dish. Your robot's gonna cook it, but they have to go to the store to buy you the groceries. I'm just saying, to me, it feels like America could get more fat and lazy from this.
No, absolutely.
Look at this. Example, you're a hairstylist. You own a salon. You're sick. The robot apparently can do everything that a human can do.
Trained to do, yeah.
So if you're training your robot to do hair and be a cosmetologist or hairstylist, they could go to work for you and you could be home. I'm just saying, there's so many weird fucking things I think about.
Is in the next 10 years, we're going to be dropping our kids off at school for school drop off, and instead of like a teacher being there to greet our children, there's going to be robots across like things. Like
100%.
Like I don't know. I'm not too worried.
Robots are cheaper than humans. I mean, think about it. You just buy the robot for $20,000 and you own it, versus you don't have to pay a salary that is way more than $20,000.
And I'm gonna get real political with this, but it's going to replace a lot of jobs that people don't want to do.
Correct, 100%. Like trash
to kick
and
a
all
lot
that.
of people
100%.
back to where.
That's why I'm
aren't.
curious to see how this is going to play out. Because they say they're putting restrictions on these robots. But any tech person, IT person that orders a robot can fucking rewire that robot the way they want it to be.
It's just like tuning your car.
It is.
There's going to be, I don't know. That's like, we have the internet and then we have like the dark web, right?
Yeah.
And like we don't know what goes on, but like it's real and it's there. And that's what always like freaks me out is like this robot's in my home. Who is actually seeing everything that's happening and where is it going?
Correct.
And not so much for me, but like
100%. I agree. It's fucking weird. It will be interesting to see how it plays out. I will be honest, we will probably not do a robot until we see how it plays out. Now, if it plays out for the positive, maybe, but I'm not looking to invest in a robot.
There is a robot on Amazon that you can actually order like today. It's $3,000 and it's a way smaller scale. It's not like a humanoid. It reminds me more of what's that movie? A Disney movie with a little robot.
The big one that blows up?
No, not Baymax. Baymax reminds me more of God, I'm such a child. Baymax reminds me more of the humanoid. Like he is like there to make sure whatever. He's like
safety.
bigger scale.
Yeah.
This robot, I literally have to look up.
Is it Wall-E?
Yes, it reminds me of Wall-E.
Wall-E!
Because it's tiny and it's like a job for you is like the mail and to water your plants and to check on your dogs when you're not home. Like, of course, it's not coming up for me, but that's already available for people to buy.
Okay. Well, look at that, everybody. Stay tuned to 2025 where you can buy a robot. All right, Jess, we're going to wrap up. We need to end on an extremely funny note. So think of any naughty jokes to end on.
Naughty joke. I admitted to the world that I have anal. What else is
It's true.
Oh my god, my husband's gonna kill me. I'm terrible at this. Like, I'm the worst.
She's so censored compared to me. I'm very out there. That's why we mesh well, because I have no filter and her filter doesn't really exist because she's very censored. You're PG-13. I'm rated R for sure.
Definitely. You're like, let's go skinny dipping. I'm like, maybe next time.
Nope. I'm like, let's do it.
I don't think I've ever been to.
Oh my gosh, we're going, when we go to Exuma, I've already told the other moms who are going, I said, don't be alarmed once kids are in bed. I might be running to the ocean naked. The water's like 85 plus. I'm got to get in the water naked at least once.
I imagine it's very green. I've just never done it before.
Well, you need to do it sometime and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Sex on the beach, sand, places of sand.
Well, you're going in the water. It's not sandy. It's just salt water going up in your hoo-ha. At least it's getting clean.
Yeah, or totally throwing up your pH balance. I don't have any funny jokes.
Okay. Well, all right, you guys. This has been an extremely fun episode. Look,
Definitely open and honest.
Almost empty. It's unfiltered and honest. So we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And we can't wait to hear from you because we'd like to hear all your commentary or questions about this episode.
And I hope this kind of shows that like we 100% are being authentic. Like I am sharing things with the world that I never thought I would. But
like anal.
Yeah.
And just say
it's the right time, place, person, whatever. But I'm really trying to connect with like other moms that want the truth.
Correct.
And we are going to start a Facebook group, so that other moms or listeners can join in and kind of give feedback, ask questions, message us anonymously.
Yes, because on Facebook you can do it.
Yeah, so they can like post anonymously so that people can answer their questions, and then we can kind of discuss it in the future. There's a lot of things kind of like on the horizon that I hope this builds to, and I hope being like extremely vulnerable today.
We were.
But if you are down to earth and able to be
listen.
honest and open, then we're the place for you.
I mean, like, if you see my video right now, my hair's on top of my head with lots of dry shampoo, and I'm so unfiltered, I have no makeup on.
That's because you're beautiful with no makeup on.
Oh, God, no. We're sitting by the fire, so my face is red. But yes, I am hair on my head, sweatshirt, leggings, like living my best comfortable life as can be. Jess, on the other hand, beautiful makeup, hair is done. She is on par.
I always have makeup on.
She does. I know. I walk out of the house, I don't give a shit.
I don't think, so honestly, it's not that I don't think, I honestly do not let people see me without makeup on. It's a huge
Girl, live
I'm
your
working
life.
on it because I want my daughters to
be able to walk out of the house and not have makeup. Yes.
Exactly.
So, okay. Thank you for listening. And again, we're Honestly May.
Where honestly, momming ain't easy.
Bye.